Hey guys, what's up? It is Coach Callie B, and this is another softball podcast with the Callie B podcast, where we cover how to own it on all sides of the ball, especially in pitching. Now, today's episode is particularly going to be following up the post that I made on my Instagram at Callie B Softball yesterday. It literally states this quote, all happiness in life as a pitcher is the gap between expectations and circumstances. End quote. So, all happiness in life as a pitcher is the gap between your expectations, and your circumstances. What the heck does that even mean? Well, I'm going to give you a little tidbit here. In the caption, it particularly states this: when you stop expecting perfection and start appreciating progress, that's where confidence grows. Every rep, every inning, every pitch, every small adjustment matters. The journey is where the real growth happens. Pitchers, I encourage you guys to drop like your best moment of the week. Nobody has posted it. I don't even know that anybody's seen it. I've got maybe 4 likes. It is what it is. But I'm still going to talk about it. The reason why is because there's so much propaganda around throwing gas all the time, when truth is, speed is a byproduct of a solid foundation in your mechanics and really good mental and emotional game. Picture this: you're 10 and you're throwing 60. Do you think mentally and emotionally you can even understand that concept? No. But everybody else around you puts it in your head like you are going to go D1, when truth is, you're 10 throwing 60. Guess what's going to happen when you're 12 and 14, 16? Everybody else is going to start catching up with you. Guess what you are going to lack? The mental and the emotional capacity to understand how to grow, because you were never taught where the happiness happens, right? In between your expectations and your circumstances. Work hard. Yay, that's what they say. But truly, the work, it doesn't owe you anything. Okay, let's just picture this. You're a pitcher and you throw 100 pitches a day and you do good. But then when it comes game time, you don't do very well. So what are we missing there? You're physically doing the work, but when it comes game time, nothing good is happening. Aha, you nailed it. You're not doing any mental or emotional type training. Look, it's one thing to just go through the motions and expect, because you went through the motions, because you quote unquote worked hard, you should be performing so good in a game, when in truth, the game, let alone the work, the effort of it, does not owe you anything. So, how can you get better? How can you rise above the propaganda of everybody's got to be throwing 65 if you're going to go D1? How do you do it? Right. You start to embrace, you start to buy in to the truth of physically you're never going to be capable, right? To continue. You might get it like this, but it's never going to be long term. To continue at that level unless you understand it's got to take place just as much as the physical. You've got to have the mental and you have to have the emotional concept of training. Bottom line, circumstantial. Say umpire doesn't want to give you a strike. What are you going to do? Are you going to cry and run and go tell mommy and daddy that you threw 100 pitches every day? So by God, you deserve to have a strike called? No, you don't. So what do? Well, if you're a pitcher who doesn't understand the mental and the emotional aspect of this position and what it truly takes to pitch at an elite level, well, when you don't understand it, you peter out really fast and you just give up. But when you start to embrace it, when you start to buy in that, hey, I should probably work as hard at my mental game and emotional game as I do my physical game, you start to rise to the opportunity. Oh, That's funny. I have an umpire who's not giving me a strike, so what am I going to do about it? I see you, and I raise you too. You start to understand that, okay, my competition right now is with me. He's really squeezing me. He's holding me to a higher level of accountability. He sees something in me. Now, mind you, I get it. Not every umpire is like that. Some umpires are just tired, hungry, thirsty, and maybe they should have probably quit umpiring, years ago. But either way, you have to look at each pocket of adversity as a moment to get better. You can call it positive thinking, but look, positive thinking is only going to get you so far. This is why when you're training in your 100 pitches every day, or like pitchers do in my program, they have their mechanical breakdowns and their mechanical workups, right? That they need to do. They have their dailies. If you're not spinning every day, I don't know what you're doing. And then they have their specific to them and their goals bullpen. Okay. When they're going through that, they're working on not just the best case scenario, but the worst case scenario. They're giving themselves a narrative bullpen. They're literally preparing them for the umpire in the game that's not going to give them a strike because they're already preparing it for like that to happen in their mental and emotional bullpens. So, pitchers, I leave you with this. I leave you with this. If you find that you are getting frustrated in what you're putting out there physically, I want to ask you, how much time are you spending on the mental and the emotional side of the game? Are you finding that you're stuck in certain pockets of your pitching game? Is there a pitch that may not be working? Well, are you consumed around that pitch not working because all your energy, your thought energy, is going into what you can't do? And unfortunately, your brain, it's not unfortunately, but when it comes to trying to do good at something, if you say, I can't do something or don't do something, you get stuck. Your brain wants to fix it. So you're stuck in this cycle versus, oh, shoot, my circle changeup is not working right now. So I guess I'm going to feed into my flip change. Another opportunity, another level, right? Another opportunity to own. So dig deep. If you're physically already doing the work and you feel like you're just like, this is a Midwest term here, but you feel like you're just beating a dead horse and the horse is not getting up, right? Because the horse is dead. Mind you, no horses were killed in this. It's just a metaphor. It's a Midwest thing. But if you feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again and you're expecting a different result, what can you do to change it? Have you ever done a narrative bullpen? When was the last time you did it? Some of you guys do it, but you don't do it for like 5 weeks because what happens is you'll have a really good game or you'll have a really good tournament and then you just like shelf it. You just leave it there and you think, oh, well, I did it once, I'm good. Wrong. This is the evolution of an elite pitcher. You have to consistently keep showing up. You have to start putting the habits in place so on the days you don't want to do it, you still do it. Okay? All right. So feel free, shoot me a message through Cali V Softball on Instagram. Let me know what was your best part of the weekend. And you could even reach out if you struggled with something, pick my brain. I had a girl out from Chicago pick my brain this morning about, and she's got a pitching coach. She works in a facility with Rapsodo and all the bells and whistles, all that stuff. And I gave her a little bit of guidance. Like, this is what I do, y'all. Not only am I a pitching coach, but I'm one heck of a mentor. I've been in this game. I've been in this position in many pitchers' lives for almost 30 years. So I am here to help you reach your goals. All right, take care and God bless.